We are back after a very long break. We haven't been that long, it's been a little while. So we thought we would do our top 5 maternity poses for 2023. These are poses that can transition between each other, or you can do individually. They can be done on location, in studio. They're just our go-to poses.
Very versatile, work really, really well.
Some are hands on bump, some are hands off, because we don't love touching bump all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get to it.
So for this one, we're going to be hips facing off in the direction of your light source. The leg closest to the camera is always the one that's bent to give you that nice silhouette. We're going to do both hands, thumbs in line with your fingers towards the back. This gives you that nice angle on your elbows. You're going to have your face towards the light source again, and this is your first pose. With this then you can also transition the head to look down the camera.
I also like to make them drop their shoulders sometimes as well, because then it opens, really elongates your neck and opens up this area as well, which is quite nice. And then twisting your body towards it so you get a lot more bump.
Yes. So you get that lovely silhouette of the bump, but you've still got a little bit of face action, eyes closed, eyes open, looking away to the distance.
Yeah, love it.
So that's pose number 1. Pose number 2 is really easy to transition into from here, isn't it?
Yeah.
So all we're doing is taking the arm from the back, and we are going to brush across the chest. Now this one you're going to have to kind of talk to your client a little bit about how much pressure to apply, because we're only looking for the very, very fingertip to be dragged across, so we're not having heavy hands.
That's quite, when they're quite a nervous client, you can see it straight away because the hand is like really rigid and stiff. So it's one of them ones where you've got to kind of get into this pose and kind of warm them up a little bit.
So it's literally just a case of dragging the fingertips across the chest. And again, with the face, you can either do it facing towards the light source with the eyes closed. You could do it looking down the other arm. So this is always a nice one, isn't it?
This is always a nice one to do a train toss as well.
Yeah, so if you've got a second pair of hands, they can come behind, grab some material. So you've got this action, you've got the action down there, nice bit of movement.
Number 3.
So from here, again, really easy to transition into the next one. So what we tend to do for this one is have a little bit of hair forward, just to give your client something to do with this hand. And we tend to kind of hold hair up on this one, don't we? And then with this hand, give them a nice chunk of the fabric of whatever gown they're wearing, and get them just to lift their fringe slightly, so you're still getting all the face in this one. Look down towards the hand that they're using and get them just to swish the fabric back and forth. That gives a nice bit of movement. It also gives them something to concentrate on with this hand, so this hand tends to be a lot more light, a lot more delicate, and they're not thinking about it and end up with a claw hand on their face, which is what they do.
This is always a really good one to get a fan in if you're in studio as well, because then it blows everything and you've got a bit of dramatics.
Lots of movement going on.
Yeah.
Number 4 is slightly different because we're changing to completely front on with this one. So this is kind of like our power stance, isn't it? So we tend to do the right leg in front of left, making sure that the tippy toes right up there to give that definition with the knee. That makes sure that you've got that nice silhouette then coming down in the front.
Can I just interject? When you're doing this, you explain to them this is what we want, and then they relax off while you pose everything else, because that is not something they can sustain for any period of time. Well, I wouldn't have thought so, with a massive big bump. So you show them this is what we want you to do. After 3, we're going to ask you to do that, but this is what we do with the rest of your body first.
My top tip for this is make sure all of the weight is on the left leg, so that you are stood balanced and you can do what you want with the other one. That is literally just there to give you a bit of balance. So it's easier to get right up on that tippy toe then without falling over to one side or the other. So with this one, we do both hands under bump. So whatever fabric your dress is, a nice big scoop of that fabric. Fingertips pointed, so you've got that nice line.
And thumbs in.
Yeah, always make sure your thumbs are down. We've had it where it's automatic for a client to want to put their thumbs up here, and how many times have I added the thumbs back?
I think there's videos on our reels and things, and that's edited thumbs.
But try and get it done so you don't have to edit the thumbs up later. So you've got that nice clean line. What we're going to do then is just arch that back. So you're bringing your elbows out, arching that back. So boobs come up, bump comes out, and you've got that really nice,
Opens up your chest here.
really
We
nice
also-
profile
You
stance.
can't see it with Kristie's jumper, but it makes a triangles here, and we love triangles.
We do, yeah. Probably not the best jumper to be wearing for
No.
this. Face, what we tend to do with this is have a really stern face rather than a light,
stern, powerful.
powerful. Rather than happy and smiley, we tend to kind of do chin up, looking down the nose, straight down the lens, giving all the powerful vibes. Okay, so number 5. As you can see, we have a prop included in this one. So this is for a seated position. Definitely a go-to for a sitting pose. We want bum nice and far back on this side. So always remember you're facing towards your light source. The leg furthest away from the camera is going to be up and bent, giving you that little bit of shape here. The leg then closest to the camera, we want as straight as we can get it depending on how you're sitting. And remember, we always want those toes pointed. Now we have something to lean on here, so we're going to lean on elbow, and then we're going to use this to be able to push up, so boobs come up, bump comes out. Giving this hand then free rein to do a couple of different positions. You can go hand on head, you can do the holding the hair, you can do under bump, over bump, plenty of different options there to do
I always
this
like to put
hand.
hand on wrist. Yeah,
On top of knee.
that's what I meant. I always like to do a hand on knee, a wrist on knee,
Yeah,
because it just kind of, I don't know, I love ones that we're not touchable.
yes. Now, if you don't have something to rest your elbow on, that's absolutely fine. I'm just going to shimmy forward to give you this as a demonstration. So you go on hand instead and put your weight back on the hand so you can still get that lift, you can get that arch in your back, and you can still do all the same positioning, just without that something to rest your elbow on.
That was our top 5 maternity poses for 2023. Let us know in the comments which one was your favourite, or if you have a different pose completely that you absolutely love. And we'll see you soon.